Hi, this is Dr. Gary, and welcome to my weekly tune-up this week. As we move through life, as we find ourselves experiencing whatever we experience every day, we can look at sometimes things as though they're not going the way we want them to go. This week I've talked to several people that have had experiences that it looked like a complete disaster in one area. However, if you really turn around the way you look at it, it looks like it could turn up to be a blessing. This happened with a young man that's as young as 18 years old, and I had it also experienced by someone who's about 65 years old and several people in between. Looking at the events in their life, and always understand something. If you're sitting in a chair and you're kind of sitting on one side of your rear end, you're going to sit there for a while, then it's going to get uncomfortable. The moment it gets uncomfortable, you shift to another position. Because discomfort, a little bit of uneasiness, creates change. It causes us to move. You ever notice when you're comfortable, you just don't want to move? You just want to stay there and be there and not change anything? And sometimes that's not good. When we're in our life and it feels a little bit uncomfortable, I want us to look at this a little bit differently than seeing it as something bad. Let's take a look at it as just creating the motivation to move a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and maybe the new position is going to illuminate new ideas for us, new opportunities for us, and maybe even motivate us. Comfort is a good thing in its limitations. However, a little bit of too much of everything isn't that good. So let's take a look at some of the challenges going on in our life right now. And every day you can listen to the news, you can have the living daylight scared out of you. You can really feel fearful because of some of the crazy stuff that's going on right now. One of my colleagues says that we're living in extreme times. Greg Braden's new book is all about living in the extremes, extremely good and extremely bad. And have you ever noticed that right now that extremes are going both directions? It's really good or it's really bad all at the same time. It seems like middle ground is getting more and more difficult to find all the time. And the only reason that is because we're moving at a pace with progress, discovery, also learning about ourselves, our human nature, our physical nature, more now than we ever have at any other time in the whole scope of mankind. You're part of that. This is a good thing. And always remember, we can commiserate about how good the good old days were, and we can wait for things to change and get back to where they were, but guess what? They're not going to. Today, if you're a little bit uncomfortable, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Discover what that discomfort is causing you to do. And notice where it wants you to move to. It wants you to move to a more comfortable position. And maybe that's changing jobs. Maybe that's quit working for someone and start working for yourself. Maybe it's discovering something new. Maybe it's helping other people. I don't know. All I know is there's an answer. Anytime you turn on the news and they're melting snow and it doesn't turn to water, it turns black. What is that? There's a lot of stuff going on we've got to figure out. But we cannot be discouraged about it. We have to take control of our lives. We have to take control of our environment, and we have to take control of the people who are running our lives and start running our own lives and not be lemmings. We have to be willing to step out in front, take a few risks, have some fun, make some good decisions, and really make decisions out of being totally in the moment, not stressed out, not worried, not looking into the future with a negative expectation. Right now, today. What can you do today you didn't do yesterday to make tomorrow better? That's the question. So until next week, take a look at your life, and rather than look at what's wrong with it, look at what's right with it. And understand, if you're awake right now and you're alive right now, you have choices to make. And you can make choices that are going to enhance not only your life, but the people in your life, the people around you, and maybe even the environment, and the things that are going on that kind of scare us sometimes. Let's work on that this week, and let's reach out and help each other rather than battle each other. Let's smile at someone today and make someone else feel good. And by doing that, you're going to feel better. Until next time, This is Dr. Gary wishing you an extraordinary, discovery-filled week. And thanks for being in touch with me. Bye-bye.